Now I'm going to talk about a technique called reverse drop shipping. And as you already know, probably, there's a common method usually taught where you basically sell on eBay and drop ship from Amazon to your customer, right? Well, this one goes the opposite direction, okay? Yeah, from eBay to your Amazon customer. Now, of course, you can't use the same type of products, obviously, to do it that way. And actually, I found a very, very good technique to do this, where you're drop shipping to Amazon customers from eBay. Okay? Now, what it is, this is the main one I found that was really good. And I'm just going to give you an example. What it comes down to is there's what I would call brand names on Amazon that are not well known, that people don't even know. They're often white label brands where they might take something that's already very cheap in China, they'll slap their name on it. They're sort of a mid-sized business. They throw it up on Amazon, throw it in the chain stores, and nobody knows the brand name, but it's in the chain stores or whatever, so people are like, oh, it's got to be good or something, right? So they have a pretty decent price on them, like this one, Danabos solar power panel kit, right? $16.98, right? Okay, well, guess what? It's probably one of those white labels because it has the exact same thing here for about $6.50, $7. Okay, so what I'm saying is when the brand is not well known, people don't care if you send them the exact same thing without a brand on it. That's what I've learned from actually a lot of experience, actually. I did this a number of times, actually many times, actually with this particular product, not with this brand though. It was a different brand because they just keep coming out with new ones. It's just a white label thing, they just slap their name on it. You never even heard of the brand. It doesn't even matter. Okay, but they put a big price on there because they sell in the chain stores or whatever. They sell in Menards or whatever, Lowe's. And, nobody knows the brand though. Now, if it said Panasonic or if it said Microsoft on it and you sent them a non-branded, they would freak out and go crazy and you would have to give them a refund. But in the case of, I don't know who the hell this brand is, when you send them the same exact thing without a brand name on it, they don't even give a shit. That's the truth. I'm just telling you the facts based on experience. And, of course, you can do this with a number of things. Usually it has to be a niche type item. And why I say that is because when it's obviously if it's not niche, it would be more popular. And if it's more popular, then everybody's going to know what it is. And then it's usually going to be a really big brand name like Panasonic or something. But in the case of something really nichey, usually it's a bunch of small companies doing it. Have you ever heard of Solarific? Danabos, have you heard of that one? How about Weenez? Have you heard of that one? Or ASC? Yeah, you see what I mean? Not exactly well-known names, okay? Shoot, you even got this one. It doesn't even have a freaking brand on it. Well, Winter Worm, okay, Winter Worm. But it's 1.8, so maybe that's why, because the prices, you probably couldn't get it much cheaper than that with it being 1.8 probably. But with this one, yeah. Now, about the only thing you need to really worry about is making sure all the specs line up. That's about it. And then you can do it. And there's actually a lot of different little products you can do this with. This was one that just came off the top of my head when I used to do this. Here's another one. You have to kind of look around to figure this one out. It's a little tricky. Kirkland solar powered heart rainbow maker. And this one here, it says currently unavailable. I used to see them sell them all the time on here for $40 on this listing here. And so there's a little bit of money on that. But you see it says solar powered. It's the same thing. It's the same kind of thing. I'm trying to think of what some of the other ones were. Okay, it took me a little bit to remember to get the cobwebs out of my brain. But yeah, there was a few things that were really killer like this. And another technique, a second technique for selling it on Amazon and drop shipping from eBay. The first technique I already told you, where it has to do with basically a brand that nobody knows, okay, and they don't care about either. And that's usually niche items. Now in this case, what it has to do with something that goes in and out of stock all the time. And there's particular items that are in the kitchen, for example, that go in and out of stock all the time. And there's people slapping them up on eBay like new other a lot of the time as well. Okay, same particular items. One would be obviously what we're looking at here. This is a really good example. Wolfgang Puck. There's the George Foreman electric grill. There's also Kitchenaid mixers. And I'm trying to think, what was the other one? Rice cookers. Certain types of microwaves, certain unique types of microwaves, like ones that you put under the counter, or under the cupboards, I mean. Not under the counter. Under the cupboards, or just a unique type like the cube microwave. These items, they tend to be rare on Amazon, and they run out of stock easily. Like I was saying, they go in and out of stock all the time, and what happens is people want it, obviously, and it's really popular, and they can't find it. And here we go. Look, $95 for it, right? And of course, you could throw it up as like new or new other, and there's like tons of them here. And I didn't even, I mean, you just got, I mean, those are the featured ones. You can see the prices are all over the place, though. But you get kind of the idea. The fact that the prices are all over the place, you could put it in as like new, new other, or like slightly used, or whatever. You know what I mean? And you'd be surprised how quickly they sell, and there's this big price fluctuation factor. So when people really want it and they don't want to wait 2 weeks, 3 weeks for the next one to come in, or a month or 2 months or 4 months or whatever. Oh yeah, there's another one too. What was the other one? It just came to my head, but I forgot it. What the frick is that? Just a sec, let me think. I'm not sure if I was thinking of this, but juicers are another one that can be really annoyingly out of stock and then go back into stock. And usually the things that the manufacturers keep running out of are like these type of things, kitchen appliances. They don't make them all the time. So they'll sell like a bazillion in a row, and then they just don't have any for 3 months or 2 months. And then you go online to eBay, and there's a bunch of people that bought it, they don't like it, and then they're going to sell it on eBay to get rid of it because they don't like it. And it's still in new condition, or like new or new other. You stick it up on Amazon in that condition, and then you can easily take it off eBay and ship it to your customer. And like I said, there's these fluctuations like that where these juicers, certain types of juicers, certain name brands just sell like really fast. And in this case, we're talking the exact model and brand to the exact model and brand. You know, we're talking really popular brand names. Wolfgang's a big popular brand name everybody knows. George Foreman, everybody knows that brand name. So we're talking, in this case, a completely different style of reverse dropship, where again, what we're doing here is we're selling it on Amazon and dropshipping it from eBay, and I'm showing you 2 patterns. I just showed you 2 patterns that work quite well. Now, I actually stumbled onto these patterns just from selling tons of dropship. So I figured out all these patterns. There's about 7 of them that are really good, where you can like crank the profits. And I just told you 2 out of about 7 of them. And these 2 happen to work really well for reverse dropship from eBay to your Amazon customers.